What's up, guys? So, I don't know if you guys know this or not, but I hate to read. I hate it a lot. And so even though I hate reading, I want to get into reading. Why? Because even though playing video games is fun, sometimes it's good to just sit down and read a good book. But with that being said, I will not bombard you guys by reading too much, just enough, I'm probably going to end up reading like two chapters because I'm already getting really into this book. In fact, to kind of sum it up for you right now, this is about a girl. Here's the girl right here. It's about a girl who basically she has a life in high school where she she has this okay, so she has a boyfriend who has blonde hair, green eyes, he's tall, he's handsome, he's incredibly intelligent. He is the leader of a football team. He's, the leader. He is highly intelligent, and his family wants him to be a lawyer. He even has family members who are lawyers, and they even have a place already set up for him to be a lawyer. So he's a potential lawyer. He's a genius. He's smart. He's handsome. He got the whole nine yards. Literally, there is no flaw with this guy. Begs the question, what family did he come from? Anyways, point being, this girl, she keeps questioning herself. How did she come to like this? Like, how did she come to land this guy? And I'm like, have some confidence, girl. Stop beating yourself up just because you just feel like you can't. This girl has some major anxiety and keeps having a bunch of fears. Most of this book so far has just been her in her head, and it's been getting on my last nerves. It's like, oh my goodness, my parents sent me to France. Oh my goodness, I can't speak the language even though I took the class. Why? Why is my parents torturing me? And yeah, oh yeah, and here's a funny story about that. Okay, so she gets sent to the family known as the Smiths, and the mom at that place is called Lynn Smith. It just so happens my family is called Smith. The family who I live with now, who I love to pieces. It's funny because Smith, and then my Nana's middle name is actually Lynn. The irony, I'm like, Nana, is that you? I kind of freaked out for a moment. I'm like, wait, I'm reading this book. I'm doing too much picturing. Oh yeah, and the cab driver was just hilarious. I'm sorry. It's one of those old. Have you ever seen those classic movies where like there's the cab driver where like he has those golfing hats. He has like a cigarette in his mouth and mince sherry. We're here. Yes. And I'm like, wait, why is your English so broken up? I don't know. But she's all she can't understand him, but he does speak some English. And then she happens to meet this hot guy who happens to be from France. Oh, hello. I am sad and upset that JP has had asthma attack. My friend died from having asthma attacks. My sister had those sometimes. I had a panic attack last night and anxiety attack, and I have asthma attacks. I will pray for you. I'm sorry to hear that. That's actually very terrible. When it comes to JP, he's gonna be all right. I've been praying for him. He's gonna get through this. God has his hand on him. I'm sorry about your sister. Is she all right? And I had a panic attack once. It did not feel good. Felt like I was gonna die. God got me through it, and you guaranteed. I prayed to never have that again, and I have not had one since. I tried not to cry today because he is my favorite teacher. Completely understandable. He's my favorite teacher as well. But I'm not worried about him because I know God has his hand on him. I know that if I pray on anything, if it be God's will, God will do it. So you don't have to worry about Mr. JP. This book is actually pretty funny. Now I did say I would read some of it, so I'll probably read like either one or two chapters. Then we'll kind of discuss on that, and then I'll end the video, and then we'll do something else. But this is because I want to start reading, and I may do like maybe certain, if you guys want to continue to hear this book, like let's say you like this book, I can always continue it. I can also read other things, but that's something I might start doing to get myself into reading. What better way to get yourself reading than sharing it on social media? Plus, you can get other people talking about it. Oh, yes, I like that hazel eyed. You know, she's supposed to be blonde, but she looks more of a brunette in this picture. I don't know if that was accidental or if they just didn't think, oh, yeah, she's a blonde. Let's make her hair hazel, or it looks like a super light brown compared to mine, almost like a chestnut brown, like my blanket. And she is tall, man. She looks like she could be taller than me. And I don't know if that was on purpose or why her skin color looks like the same color as the page behind her. I don't know. If I were designing a picture for a book and it was just this, I would have done more to the background, but that's just my opinion. Also, if you notice the lining here and then the SSA, wait, no, the SASS thing. I love your beautiful voice when you sing. Let me be your wings. Aw, thank you. I thought your voice is very beautiful as well. You did great when you sang the song Once Upon a Dream. You have a very beautiful voice. And it makes sense you'd be into Broadway, because with a voice like that and a personality like yours, it makes sense. You'd probably end up on Broadway one day. You never know. She looks like you because she is pretty like you. Aw, you're very beautiful as well. If you were to be a Disney princess, who would you be? Just curious. Um, I would actually say, if anything, looks wise, I would say I look like Belle because brown hair and brown eyes. And I'm even gonna start reading. But who would you be? Might as well. And glad to have somebody to conversate with, because let me tell you, half of the time nobody ever talks to me. How can I discuss when nobody will talk to me? Anyways, sorry guys, let's begin because getting sidetracked. Ready? This book is titled Pardon My French. Students, okay, this is part of the cover. Students across SASS, the 7 C's. Kathy Hapka. Okay, let's begin. Now, for the record, I will try not to bore you guys. And I will probably just read 2 chapters today. But I will definitely continue reading this book. And I ended on page 23 last time, so I'll try not to overdo it, you guys. Look, he said. Hold on. Look, he said softly, pointing over and up. Nicole followed his gaze. There, rising in the air, so close, it seemed almost larger than life, was the angular metal skeleton of the Eiffel Tower. White lights picked out its every curve and strut, making it stand out against the dark sky. I think you will be Snow White because she has beautiful voice like yours. Aw, thank you. You're very sweet. White lights picked out its every curve and strut, making it stand out against the dark sky. Oh, she gasped in surprise. It's beautiful. She had seen the Eiffel Tower many times, of course, It was difficult to go anywhere in the center of Paris without coming upon yet another view of it. But from this angle, it looked like a whole new structure, looming and strangely mysterious, almost alive. Becoming aware that Luce was watching her rather than the tower, she turned and met his gaze. He smiled. I thought you would appreciate it. I will be either Ariel or Sleeping Beauty or because Cinderella. All good answers. I would say personally, I could see you as Ariel or Cinderella. Ariel because beautiful voice and personality. She's kind of not okay, she has sass. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. She has sass. And Belle or because Cinderella. Um hmm. I could see you as Belle because you're intelligent. I could see you as Ariel because sass, and I could see you as Cinderella because you're romantic. Let's see. I thought you would appreciate. Oh, wait, hold on. Becoming aware that Luce was watching her rather than the tower, she turned and met his gaze. He smiled. I thought you would appreciate it, he said. You, I think, have the ability to see what is special? What is important? His face moved closer. Nicole stared into his eyes, mesmerized by his guileless, undemanding appreciation she saw there. So different from the way Nate looked at her most of the time. She didn't she did not she did nothing to stop Luce as he bent down and kissed her. His lips felt soft and warm against her own, and she let her eyes fall shut as she pressed against him. I think me and you should be on. I think you. Wait, hold on. I think me and you should be on Broadway because we have beautiful voices. That's so true. What do you think of the story so far, by the way? Pretty romantic, huh? That's only the first page. And that one is specifically, that is specifically, okay, I'm sorry. That is specifically a later thing. You know how when movies start out with some big action scene, then you cut back to the beginning and you realize that that was not the beginning, that was just the middle or close to the end part, and then something cool or romantic happens? Yeah, that's what that is. Anyways, okay. Do. Okay. Let's see. Chapter 1. Dear Mom and Dad, you told me to send you a postcard to let you know when I got to Paris so that what I'm doing. I I don't know what the building in the picture on the front is supposed to be since, as you know, I don't speak French. Wait, I don't speak or read French at all. But luckily you were right. I survived the flight, barely. Anyways, weather's adequate. Wish you were here instead of me, Nicole. Sarcasm. You're a beautiful dancer and actress and singer. I love it. So are you. Are you sure we are going the right way in the dirty rear view mirror? Nicole Larson. Okay, so first of all, if you don't know, oh, her name is Nicole Ann Larson. Her last name's Larson. Her first name's Nicole. Okay, I was getting confused by that because for some odd reason she keeps jumping between her first name and her last name, and that confused me so much. But apparently, the girl's name in the story is Nicole Larson. We should ask JP and Rosalind if we could do something together for our show. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. Nicole Larson. Saw the ruddy faced taxi driver glance back at her. Oe Manchuri. Oh, wait, no. Sorry, excuse me. Oe Mademoiselle. I'm not sure what Oe means. Time to do a Google research of what Oe means, because I've heard this a couple of times. Aw. Okay, let's see. Let's go to Google and let's find out what that word means. Okay. It's called OUI, so it's O-U-I. O-U-I. Are you kidding me? O-U-I. Oh, it means yes. Let's listen to my phone's translate. Whoops. Let's listen to my phone's translation. Hear how they say it.
Yes. Oui. Oui. Yes.
Ooey. Ooey. And then we got Mademoiselle. Oui, mademoiselle. Yes, mademoiselle, he said, his cigarette dangling from his lower lip. How healthy. His eyes were bloodshot. Could you imagine meeting some foreign taxi driver and his eyes are bloodshot red and has a cigarette in his mouth and you can't understand a word he's saying? Yeah, that's pretty terrifying. I think we will sound beautiful together and dance together. I love you, Dolly. Aw, I love you too. You're such a sweetie. Um, Nicole wondered if it was true what Zara had told her. Now, in case if you were wondering who Zara is her school bully. Aw. Do apologize. My boyfriend's texting me. Okay, sorry. Okay, continuing. Okay, where were we? Oh yes. Okay, so let me just Zara had told her that all Frenchmen drank a bottle of wine every morning for breakfast. Now, first of all, no. I would say no to that because every human being is different. Some people don't even eat breakfast. So, yeah, every Frenchman. And I seriously doubt that every Frenchman has a bottle of wine. And you gotta also remember this book could be dated. When did this book even come out? Looking for a date, people. Looking for a date. I'm kind of curious now. And it caught my interest. Oh my goodness, there's a ton of them. I am not seeing a date. It's kind of annoying. Although, okay, so you guys don't have to hear me constantly reading about the rest of it. To basically summarize it, she ends up thinking for a good long time about this cab driver and how his breath smells bad, how she hates being in France. Personally, I would love to be in France. Now, I would hate the idea of having to be there for a couple of months and not get to see my family, but other than that, I mean, it sounds pretty fun. You get to go to France of all places. You get to go to school there. You get to meet cute guys. I mean, she meets a cute guy there. Although my boyfriend is hotter than any guy you'd meet. Applesauce. Anyways, okay, sorry, getting off topic. The point being, it's a good book. It's a good book. And she ends up with this family who again is called the Smiths. I thought it was funny because I'm like, wait, Nana, Papa. Oh my goodness. Okay, there was also another part where two little kids ran up to Nicole in the story and is just runs up to her and be like, "Hi! Oh my goodness, she's here." And the mom's like, "Settle down, you two." And one is a redhead little boy named Brandon, and the other is a cute little girl with like ponytail. She's blonde, and her name is Maria. Brandon and Maria of all names, but they are such cuties. I was picturing it in my head. I'm like, "Aw." It was just, it's a good story so far. 10 out of 10. I hope she gets with the blonde guy because I think that that's better. I would rather her get with the blonde guy. Oh, wait, no, not the blonde guy. No, the dark haired guy with the green eyes and wow. But other than that, that's basically the story that I've read so far. I mean, if you're not a reader, you're not gonna want to read this, but if you're interested in hearing it, I will probably end up reading it all the way through one of these days. But for now, I'm not gonna bother you guys with reading any more of this. But yeah, do you guys want to hear more of this story? Yes, no? Please let me know. I'll give my 2 cents on the story, and you guys can give your 2 cents on the story. I hope that's not insulting to say. That's just what I like to say. It's another word for if I say it, it's more like another word for saying, yeah, give me your input. I want to know. I want to know all of your secrets. But other than that, I love you guys. Hope you have a great day. And who wants to watch me play Minecraft? Minecraft. Okay. Bye, Elizabeth. Love you, girl. You're so cool. And love you guys.